on heating, if you see, on heating, these molecules are getting apart from each other. So naturally, the size of the thing or the size of the matter increases. On heat, the solid substances, its molecule become spacious. They are having the spaces in between them. So the size increases. But when we are reversing the substance, then instead of heat, we are cooling it. Then again these molecule changes and these molecule become getting at first they become apart from each other. They are getting spacious. The spaces in between them. That means the size of the matter increases. But when we are again cooling them, these molecules started to come together. They close together and they started to getting closer to each other. When they started to close with each other, that means they become close with each other and they become rigid in the shape, and this is called the contraction. Understood? That is the reason when in the summer season you will see the electrical poles, they are having the wire, isn't it? This is the wire and these poles are fixes. But due to summer season, when the summer occurs, it becomes swing up or it becomes hang. In the summer seasons you will see these wires become hang from the pole. Why it happens? In the summer they become started to hang because these molecules getting apart from each other, and when they become apart from each other, they increase in the, and this is the increase of size. So this wire become changes as it increase its size due to the spacing of the molecules. The molecules get apart from each other. So literally this wire become increased in size. So in the summer you will see in the summer these wires will become hang from the pole. But what happens when the winter again comes? Then this winter again it is started to contact, molecules will started to come closer to each other, and then this wire which was hanging on cooling due to the winter, it becomes cool and it again decreases in size. So it decreases in size and then again it will reform and tight on the pole. So this is contraction and this is the expansion. Example of the expansion is means hanging of the wire. An example of contraction, regaining the size and tightening wire on the pole. Understood? So this is of contraction and relaxation, or you can say the contraction and the expansion. Now the two type of changes we will come to know. One is a physical change and another one is the chemical change. So what is physical change? What is this physical change? Suppose we are keeping a ice cube. Here we know the molecules are very rigidly, they are attaching to each other, and on heat this ice changes into liquid, or you can say water. So when we heat the ice, or suppose I am not heating the ice, but it is changing due to absorbing of the heat, it changes into water. Okay. So this type of change where they are getting some kind of heat, some kind of absorption of the heat, changes the state of the matter. What was the state? The first state of matter was the solid state, it was ice. And when we are providing the heat, or due to this heat, this solid state of ice changes into the water or the liquid state. Clear? So this is a liquid state. And this was the solid state. So this reaction we are getting the water. But if again we will cool this water, we will get this ice. So this type of reaction is temporary reaction, isn't it? Because we are temporarily we are getting ice, from the ice we are getting the water. Again when we are cooling the water, we are getting the ice. So it is a temporary reaction. It doesn't happen that once the ice changes into water, again we will not get back the ice. So when we are cooling the water, we will get back the ice. Whenever we are heating the water, we are getting the whenever we are heating the ice, or whenever ice is getting some heat, it changes into or melting into the water. So this type of changes are temporary change. Only the state is changing. Solid state changes into liquid state, and again liquid state can be changed into the solid state. And this is a reversible reaction. What is this reversible reaction? Means once we can get, when we are putting the heat, we are getting the water, isn't it? But when we are cooling the water, we are again getting the ice. That means they are reversible. When we are changing the condition, conditions means once we are heating, then it is changing into the water. When we are cooling, again it changes into the ice. So it is the reaction which is reversible. Once we can get solid to liquid, again we can get liquid to solid. So this is a reversible reaction. It is a temporary change, and this you can see there is a change of the state of the thing, and you can say the change in the shape, size, or the color you can see. So what are the physical changes? It will read it from here. When the change occur in the shape, size, color and state of matter is called the physical change. That means when a matter is changing its size or color or shape, this type of changes is called physical change, and it is a temporary change, and generally it is reversible. That means we can get back the material changing the condition. Generally we can get back the original substance by changing the condition. So this kind of reactions are called the physical changes, and no new substance is formed during this change. Physical change may occur due to the heating and cooling. For example, when you heat water, it changes into steam. On cooling steam, again we can get the water. Similarly, when you freeze water, it changes into ice. On heating ice, it changes into water. So for example of the physical change, we can take so many examples. So the characters of the physical change. Characters are no new substance formed, second one is temporary change, and third is reversible. So characters of the physical change, and the end of the reaction you will not get any new substance, only the shape, size or the color of the substance changes, or the matter remain the same. Now it is a temporary change and it is a reversible change. So these all characters are there in the physical change. Now we will talk about the chemical change. Okay, what are the chemical changes? Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical substance. Chemical changes are the changes in the chemical Chemical change means a change where the reactions are taking place in a permanent form, and this type of reaction we cannot get back the substances again in its original form. So, it is a permanent change, a new substance is formed and it is irreversible reaction. How? We will take one example, but before that we will read the chemical change. So, when the matter changes altogether to form a new substance is called a chemical change. It is a permanent change and generally irreversible. For example, burning of paper. When we burn paper, it changes into ash, or when we are curdling the milk, it changes into the curd. It is a completely new substance form, and the chemical change is making a chapati from the wheat flour, curdling of milk, etc. So, what are the reactions? What are the chemical change? Suppose we are curdling the milk. Curdling means we are providing warmth to the milk. We know when we are providing warmth to the milk, it changes into curd because some bacteria acted on it, and bacteria changes the milk into the curd. Okay. So, we are taking one example, that is milk. On curdling the milk, milk changes into curd. Okay. Now, what we are seeing? We are keeping the milk in the warm, some bacteria acted on it and it changes into curd. What about the curd? Can we get back the milk when we will cool this curd? Is it by cooling? Can we get back the milk? No, we cannot get back the milk. So, it is a irreversible reaction because we are not getting back the same substance. On reverse is the condition, isn't it? Before it, in the physical change, we were getting the water from the ice, and from ice we can get back the water. But here from the curd we cannot get back the milk again. And if we are burning the paper, we will get the ash. Can you get the paper from this ash? No, we cannot get again from the ash, we cannot get back the paper, isn't it? So, this kind of changes are actually permanent change. When a substance changes into a substance or a different type of matter, and this substance is a completely new substance. So, it is a new substance, it is a irreversible reaction. It is an irreversible reaction because we cannot get back the same substance by changing the condition. So, it is a irreversible reaction. And the third one is, it is a permanent So, this type of change is a permanent change. Understood? So, what type of chemical reaction? Chemical reaction means formation of a new substance, okay? Because molecules become rearranged in a new form, they will form a new substance. And another thing is, it is a permanent change, and a new substance is formed, it is a permanent change, and this is a irreversible reaction where we will not get back the substance again in the original form. Understood? So, these type of changes are called chemical changes. Now, we will make the differences and we will come to know what are the differences between these changes. Okay. Now, we will make the difference. So, once we will write this physical change, and here is chemical change. Now we will read these both changes comparison form, or you can compare the physical change and the chemical change. So the first form is physical change, no new substance formed, and a chemical change, new substance so it is no new substance form, new substances form. This is the change of state, color and state, color, or you can say size. Okay, this is the physical change, new substance form, and everything change. Everything change, or you can say new molecular arrangement, re-molecular arrangement. Okay, you can write it down here. New so this is a new molecular arrangement. So the new substance form, there is no new substance form. Second change is, it is a reversible reaction. Reversible change, whereas chemical change is irreversible change. It is a irreversible change. And third change, it is a temporary change. Temporary change, and it is a permanent change. It is a type of permanent change. Here we can cite some example. Ice changes into water, melting of wax. Okay, these are the example of temporary change, whereas it is burning of paper, and burning of wax. Okay, now one question arises that what is this melting of wax and burning of wax. So when we are providing heat to the wax, they changes into melted form and they changes into liquid form. That type of changing the solid state into the liquid state, it is a change of the state, and you can say only changing the state, it is a temporary change. Again when we will cool the wax, it will changes into wax. Okay, so this is a type of change which is temporary, and we can reverse it, we can get back the wax again, and it is reversible change, temporary change, and it is a change of state. But what about the burning of wax? When we are burning the wax, it will become burning to the water and some hydrocarbons, and flame wick will just like in the candle. Can you get back the total wax? No, because it burn it, no. So it changes into the water vapor, some kind of carbon dioxide, and some vapor is there. So it is burning of wax is not a reversible change, it is a irreversible change. And burning of paper is also, as we are burning the paper, so it changes into the ash, and when it changes into the ash, we cannot get back the paper from the ash. So these type of reactions which are permanently changed, you will see, and which are forming a new substance, which are irreversible in reaction, they are called the permanent change. So in comparison, we come to know what are the permanent change and what are the chemical changes and what are the physical changes. Okay. Now, do you have any question? You can ask me. Yes, you can write. Okay, you can write it in your copy, and the next class, actually at first I will write the long answers of our previous chapter, because somehow it is not uploading due to some fault maybe, but it is not uploading. So in my next class, you just prepare with your copy. At first we will write the long answers from the last chapter, then we will start to write the question answers of this chapter. Okay. So that's all for today. If you have any kind of question, you can ask me. Okay. Do you have any doubt? Okay. Thank you and have a nice day.